welcome to today's Pack With Me for Disney. Today we are going to go through all of the packing needs, especially for all those busy moms out there that are trying to get their families ready to go to the most busiest but also most magical time of the year at Disney World. We are going to go through the packing. I'm going to show you every step of the way. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, Busy Mom in the Magic, and on this channel we do all the family travel. We love going to Disney World, and I am a busy mom, so I know all of us are going crazy, so if your life is chaotic and your life is super busy, you're gonna fit right in. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and let's get to packing because we have so much to do, so very little time. That sounds about right, but let's jump in. Step one for packing for Disney World would be you have to plan before you pack. You have to. One of the most popular questions that I get all through the year going to Disney World is, what is the weather like? And especially during the winter months, it is probably one of the most asked questions of what is the weather like at Disney World. So it's very imperative that you prep and you plan before you do anything of packing, so you will be the most prepared, and it's gonna make things a lot easier when you arrive to Disney World. So let's talk about the planning. Lucky for you, I do have a free planning tool that we will print out and we will go through it together. I made sure on this planning tool that I put a section for the weather because in a second when we are planning out all of our outfits that we are going to be wearing to Disney World, we're gonna take into account the heat, how cold it is, and if there is a lot of rain. So let's go ahead and start filling out this planning calendar. We have our planning tool. This planning tool can be used printed out, or you can use it electronically. I've done both, but I'm gonna walk you guys through this because I feel like it would be a little bit easier in the packing process. So we're gonna do a red pen for Christmas. All right, so on here I have our days. So we are actually arriving on a Thursday night, pretty late if you ask me. But like I said, I'm a busy mom and I have a full-time job on top of all the work that I do for YouTube. So I actually work that morning, get off at 4, come home and get Annie, and we'll fly out at 9:30 p.m. that night. Told you I'm a little crazy, but I do have the weather on there. So I'm just gonna simply go to the weather app for Lake Buena Vista and or Orlando and write out all of our weather for the days that we are there. On this sheet, I also like to write out my departure days temp because we live in central Kentucky and I don't want to be wearing 80-degree weather, that's Floridian weather, in Kentucky when it's 50 degrees. So I might consider some layering pieces, but again, we'll talk about the travel day outfit in a bit. And then also on our travel day home, we want to think about that as well. Also in the planning portion of preparing to go to Disney World, I like to think of things that I like to dress up specifically to. So on this trip, we are going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. We're also going to the Jollywood Party. But some other ideas that I might dress up to would be possibly a dining reservation that I have. I might not want to wear my park clothes into a nicer reservation. So be thinking about that when you're combining all of your outfits for the family, but it is that time, so let me go ahead and start grabbing all of the clothes because we've already planned out the weather, the festivities, and now it's combining our family's outfits. Let's go grab them. If you have not watched my What to Wear to Disney for Christmas video, I show 15 or 16 different outfits that could possibly inspire you with all the links in that video. So after this video, go watch that guy. But I will show you a quick rendition of what we are going to be packing up for our Disney World trip. And if you are new to the channel, I do need to inform you that I love matching with my daughter Annie, who is 5 years old. It's just a a must-do around here. So let's start out with day one. We are, again, leaving late of the evening and in Kentucky, and then also arriving to Florida of the nighttime. So I did my weather on my planning tool, so I know that it's going to be a little chilly. With the weather in Florida, you have to check the weather. That is my biggest tip for packing for Disney World during Christmas or for the winter, because you really need to look out that 10-day out, that 7-day out, to make sure that you're going to be okay. One day you could be sweating and it could be 80 something degrees, and then the next day you're freezing in a hoodie and some leggings. Or when that sun goes down of the evening times, sometimes it can get pretty chilly, and the mornings can be pretty chilly. So some layering pieces, that might not be such a bad idea. But where we are leaving of the evening and the nighttime and heading to Florida, and that sun is down, it's gonna be chilly. So this is what I decided to go with. This is my outfit. It's simply just a sweatshirt with some great bedazzles on there. And of course, Annie has a moment as well. And then the next morning, we are gonna go to Magic Kingdom. So that first day is the Christmas party in Magic Kingdom, but we're also gonna go to Magic Kingdom on a party morning. So the crowds are great, so great on party days. And so we're just gonna take it as a full Magic Kingdom day. We're gonna go there that morning. And then this is one of my favorite outfits that I did on our what to wear for Annie's outfit. It's essentially going to be the same outfit, but it's not here yet. And her skirt is a lot cuter than mine, but it's gonna be a little bit of a different color scheme than what I have. And we're trying something different this year for the Very Merry Christmas Party. We're doing something different this year for the Christmas party. Last year we dressed up for both parties, like dressed up. This year we're going to be wearing our pajamas with the most cute slippers. I also ordered those. I'll pop a picture up on the screen because they're not in time. I think they're probably gonna arrive tomorrow. And these are our pajamas. This is Annie's. And these are mine with some feather moments, and they have pants to go with them. Then the next morning we are going to Epcot and going on with the theme of Christmas still. We're just gonna keep it simple with some active wear. We are packing our denim jackets, so if it's chilly in the morning, don't worry. This is Annie's little dress, and then here is mine. Simple t-shirt I'm gonna tuck in with a red active skirt underneath, and then maybe wear one of these headbands. I've got some ears from last year, and we'll see how it goes. Then that night is Jollywood. We are going to Jollywood. So this is going to be Annie's dress. I hope you can see. There we go. That's much better. We got you in the light. This is what we're going to be wearing to Jollywood. And I've got, of course, another matching dress. Then the next day is our departure day. Guys, this is a very, very quick trip. A quick one. And we are going to be going to Animal Kingdom that morning and then flying out that night. So we essentially kind of got like a 3/4 of a day. This is going to be Annie's outfit, her little dress, and the blue jean jacket to go because it's going to be chilly when we arrive back home to Kentucky. I am going to be wearing my cheetah denim and this red ribbed top with my ears. Of course, I can wear my denim jacket on top of that. So it's going to be a really quick trip, but let me show you how I'm going to be organizing all of this when I pack it up. So I have to be honest, our last trip, I tried something new after I had recorded our Pack With Me video, and that is using my P-Touch. Now, typically, I am your color-coded packing cubes type of gal. On these shorter trips, it's really helping me stay really organized. So you will see, this is from the last video. I have printed out arrival day, and I put this in our carry-on bag, like the roly-poly bag, and it was just really, really easy to get out our swimsuits that day, waiting for our room assignment, and I was good to go. So I'm gonna try it again because I really felt like it kept me very, very organized in the resort room. And then whenever I was packing back up to go back home, it was a lot easier being able to consolidate to one packing cube all the clothes that we hadn't worn. That way I didn't have to wash them again. So I'm gonna try this method again because I really, really liked it a lot. So let's go ahead and start laying out all of our clothes, because we also need to lay out the shoes and the accessories that are gonna go with them. This is a really great tip because it keeps me from having to overpack. Yes, I might be able to wear my red sparkly shoes multiple times rather than separating and not being able to see them on a large scale. So let me just kind of show you what I'm talking about. So I have our travel day outfits, and I love to use the bed as a big old spreadsheet. It helps me be able to see what all I have, especially whenever I'm trying to pair up accessories and shoes. It keeps me from having to repeat so many shoes and or accessories. I'm not trying to be a huge overpacker on this trip. So right here, the first column, I have our first day, and then I'll start our second day right here. That way, whenever I am trying to put everything in the packing cube, I'm not gonna have all this stuff scattered around. This thing is so adorable. I literally love these pajamas. So I'm thinking we should wear our Uggs, like our slip-on Uggs, with our travel day outfits. It seems a little bit easier, and we wanna be cozy. It's gonna be a late flight, and I want to be as cozy and comfortable as possible. And I would recommend that, especially if you're doing a morning flight or a really late night flight. Now we are on our second full day, and I'm just going to start a new column. While I'm breaking down all of our clothes and organizing them, I would love to hear from you guys. What are you all looking forward to the most from our trip? You'll have to let me know. Write them in the comments because I love hearing from you guys. And then also make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, because that is where I post the most. On Instagram, I love to post things on my stories of in the moment and what we're doing. So yes, definitely find me on Instagram, and I will post the QR code up on the screen too. So if you're watching on the TV, pull your phone out, scan the code anytime you see it up there, and join the family. So we are on the next day, and like I said, I'm just going all the way across and making it really simple. This is our travel day home outfit, but I also will probably need to find a very comfortable outfit or an emergency outfit just in case. Typically I like to pack 1 or 2 extra outfits just in case, especially with a child, because you never know what kind of accidents could happen. With my fanny packs, I've not shown you guys these yet. This is one of my Christmas fanny packs, and then this adorable fanny pack as well. And I'll just put those right here. Now I'm gonna get organized, and I'm gonna be very clear on what I'm gonna be putting on my P-Touch, because I'm not the only person in our family. Maybe we wanna say, hey honey, can you get out our Epcot Day clothes? And then your honey can go and get the Epcot clothes and not have to wonder which packing cube it's in. So we are going to go ahead and put in our day 1 label. So we're gonna type in Magic Kingdom, and then I'm also gonna put the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party just so there's no questions about it. Now I'm gonna put this on one of my packing cubes. And these also come off super easy, so they don't leave a sticky residue, and I'm able to put a new one on there. And now I get to put all of my clothes in here from where I laid them out. Day one is done. Hop up in the bed together and get comfortable because I'm tired. And I would like to lay down, but you know, the mom life is still calling and we still have to do school. So I homeschool Annie too if I didn't already have a plate that is full. So I did go ahead and pack up our underwear cubes, and it is labeled underwear. I have the pink packing cube and Annie has the purple packing cube underwear. So those are done. Now let's talk about the pool and water parks and swimming during the months of November and December. Yes, you can still swim, but it's gonna go back to the very beginning of this video when I said, you need to check the weather. So we have already packed up our swim. Again, it's labeled, I've labeled it again so I can find it easy. And then I put a blue packing cube with it because it kind of makes sense. Blue water in my brain. So I did pack up our swimsuits just in case. I do have some cover-ups on there too, just to combat the wind that might feel a little chilly. But Disney pools are heated. So if your kids want to get in the pool and you're hanging out by the side, that's definitely a-okay. I have been at Disney World when it's been 30 degrees and you see people in the pools swimming and the heat rising off of the water. So if you're one of those people that really want to swim and it's really cold, but also 80-degree weather in Florida is like still okay to us Kentuckians. So they're heated, don't you worry. Pack your swimsuits just in case. And in addition, when you are arriving to Disney World at the time that I'm recording this video, on your arrival day, you do get free entry to one of Disney's water parks, whether that's Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach. Those are super fun water parks. We actually have them added on to our annual passes because they are that much fun. So if you do arrive at a decent time and you're able to go to the water parks, make sure to take advantage of that. They are so much fun. But not only am I going to talk about the swimsuits, but also what I bring along with us. Now, this is my pull bag. Clearly, you can see that I'm obsessed with it. Inside of here, I do have my phone case, so I always will have my phone with me and I can take it and use pictures, etc. But it's never let me down. My phone cases that are waterproof, always a must. I also have my skincare packing cube. Even though it's not 100 degrees, the sun still can get to you. So make sure that you're still treating your skin, make sure that you're still putting on your sunscreen and you're bringing it along with you. I personally like the Sun Bum. This is my personal favorite. With Annie, I have a new favorite, and it is the Blue Lizard right here. It's a spray-on, and it makes things so much easier. Now, I do have the Solar Buddy. It's full of, goodness, what is this brand? The Aveeno Baby, the waterproof. So really, I cake it on with this during the super hot days. But this guy is super nice. Also, a tip. When you are getting ready in the mornings, I always like to put our sunscreen on before we put our clothes on before going into the park. So I do recommend that. Typically I'll just stand in the shower and spray it all over myself, so the spray doesn't get all in the room and it doesn't get on the floor and get really slippery. I also have this sunscreen. It's just a higher SPF just in cases. I also have these brushes. Anytime that I need to brush in the spray or brush in the roll-on, I didn't show you this, but this is the Solar Buddy, and it's got a little roller ball right there, and then the sponge around it spreads it around. These, sometimes I need to use these on Annie's face to kind of get in these creases of her little nose and around her neck and the ears. Also, don't forget their scalp. It always gets Annie. That's another reason why I kind of love this. I can just spray her little scalp. Also, if you have not watched my Disney World makeup, this might be a good time. Also, I'm giving you a lot of homework. So you need to watch the What to Wear to Disney at Christmas, and you also need to watch my Disney makeup. It's a really, really great get ready with me. I'm actually in Disney World. I think we were staying at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort that time. And I walk you through actually my makeup and where it doesn't sweat off, and it's a really lightweight makeup that primarily I love to wear to the parks. I also have some out there with full face makeups if that's what you want to do as well. So look at my get ready with me's. But anyway, I do have this resetting super goop that's gonna go with my water combo makeup get ready with me. So I do put that in my skincare. Also, of course, Annie has to have her own pull bag, and it matches. We always get so many compliments. They're like, she looks like a little big human, and the matching, so it's super cute. I love it. I think she got this as a gift. But anywho, around here we love the game of Uno, and we love to play Uno really anywhere. So we have some Uno cards. We can play them by the pool and don't have to worry about them getting ruined. I have a couple different goggles in here. These goggles and then some bedazzled goggles. Let me tell you a little bit about a rule. If your kid prefers the goggles with the nose cover up, I just found out our last trip that it's actually against the rules to go down a slide with a nose cover up. So that would make sense as to why Disney sells these kinds kind of everywhere. So if your kid does prefer that, just make sure that they don't wear them down the slide. It is a rule. We did actually get in trouble. But Annie does love these anyway. And then also, when you're at a pool or the water park, Disney does provide the towels. So don't worry about bringing your own towels if you don't want to. They will provide the towels for you, in addition to the life jackets for your kiddos. So a couple things that you don't have to worry about packing, they will provide them. But I do like to bring our towel crabber, and we can put our towels up around the chair, and this will just simply secure them. I believe these are glow in the dark, but we have a few different colors. They come in, I think, 5 different colors. The pack, it does. We're in day 2 of packing because simply I go to work today and we're back at packing. I just can't do it all in one day because life is busy, and we're just splitting this up on this trip. So I'm trying to pace myself so I'm not really overwhelmed. So today I'm gonna gather a few more things up, and hopefully I'll be able to finish up the packing completely. But this is just a realistic insight on my life, and if you are also busy, I also suggest splitting this up into multiple days so you can kind of pace yourself, and we're not trying to add some stress for a fun, magical Christmas trip. I have my rail behind me that I am going to show you guys one of my favorite tricks when packing up for Disney World. These are my packing cubes. So a week, I've done like 7 days, 5 days, 3 days before our departure, I will hang up our packing cubes. And how this helps me is so I don't overpack. So anything that I use throughout the entire week, I make sure it's packed. Anything outside of that, it's not going to be packed. And also, this is a for sure way that I'm not going to forget one thing that I use on a daily basis. So essentially, when I'm getting ready for the day, I'm living out of this, putting it back in and pulling it back out. And I also have one for Annie as well. She has her own packing cube. And there was a couple packing videos ago that somebody was like, I just want to know what you're packing in your toiletry bag. Normally I'm just like, hey, this is how I do it. But I want to break this down for all of you that have asked, like, what kind of products do you use? What works? What are your favorites? I want to know. So I'm going to show you. This is Annie's. And she has curly hair, so she uses the Living Proof curling conditioner and shampoo. That's her favorite. And then we also use the Amica curl, and then I also this curl refreshing spray as well. We really do love Amica. Here is her face wash and her face lotion, the Ever Eaten brand, and some detangler for her. She loves this stuff. And then there's another brand that I use as well, but this is her packing cube. I'm just gonna hang it back up because it's gonna go right back into the bathroom. Here is the packing cube for my husband and I. It's full and we're ready to go. We'll start on the top and kind of work our way down. A thing of Q-tips, a razor and its case. This needs to go into Annie's because this is her dental floss. And then the simple stuff. So we've got some shaving cream. This is Annie's body wash that she uses. This is her favorite, but it's just a little bit too big, but we'll put this off to the side. My Raise the Root root pump, my dry shampoo, the Way brand. This guy I love. It will help me kind of get in there whenever I'm washing my hair, and I use it on Annie as well, and it has this little hang thing, but love this guy. Here's a couple things of Tyler's. This is his facial fuel from Kiehl's, and this is his moisturizer also from Kiehl's. This also makes a really good Christmas gift. I put these in Tyler's stocking every single year. There's a couple of other things too that I put in his stocking. Here is his razor burn and bump relief. This is what he uses. My face wash. Looks like I need a little bit more of this. I'm about out. Here is my volume and matte texture spray, more Amica. Our shampoo and conditioner, we use Moroccan oil. Right now I'm using the hydrating shampoo, but sometimes I will get the volume. I also recently changed my body wash, and I'm kind of in love because of the brand. It's a very good clean brand, but also when I smelt it, it reminded me of the body wash at Disney World. But just, I don't know how it's the same, but it just really reminded me of the ones at Disney World, except it's just not green. This is the body wash that I just started using, and honestly, I love it. But also Tyler the other day was like, I really like your new body wash. It's really made your skin very, very soft. And I'm like, really? I really, really liked it, and even Tyler can tell the difference. If you are a contact user, I always suggest bringing extra contacts. If one falls out, one gets a scratch on it, anything like that, I always travel with my extra contacts. Continuing on, I wanted to take a seat. We are going to go over my face packing cube. There's a few other things in here, but this is generally my facial routine. I use the Sephora brightening cream in addition to my Hydro Plump water cream that I use twice a day, the Dr. Jart. Here is a travel contact holder, and this I need to put in my travel bag, but it holds my contacts. Whoops. It comes with a little solution thing, and then the little thing that puts the contacts in your eyes if you don't want to touch them with your dirty hands. So I love this. Here is my Clinique makeup remover. This is really, really great whenever I'm wearing my waterproof mascara or a lip stain. Or really, you don't really need it just for those two, but definitely this is going to get that kind of stuff off of your face. It's really great for getting the blackout from underneath your eyes from really any type of mascara. But as you can tell, I really, really love it. I've already bought me a new bottle for standby. And then here is the Glow recipe that I have. This is the PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner. So, and it smells like watermelon. And I always travel with some cotton balls for my Clinique. We have some Summer Fridays. This is Annie's favorite. Annie, are you wanting to join the video? Is that what you're in here for? You all have not met Annie yet. If you all are new here, this is Annie. Would you like to say hi?
Hi.
Hi. And these are your Summer Fridays primarily, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got your cherry one in your purse, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is the pink sugar. And then this one is the mint.
Mm-hmm.
Smell it? You put some on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Just squeeze it.
Yeah, you just squeeze it and you rub it on, right? That looks so pretty on you. I love that. Looking good. Always travel with an extra contact case because I'm afraid that I'm gonna lose it or something. So I just have them everywhere. And then I have some tweezers in here as well, just in case I need them. Oh, and my SPF lip gloss that I like to put on whenever I'm getting ready. This is also my toothbrush case because my electric toothbrush. So don't forget your toothbrush. That's kind of important. Don't forget your blow dryer. Disney World always has blow dryers in their rooms, and if you want to use their blow dryer, that's okay. I personally don't like the blow dryers, and there's always a different variety of what kind of blow dryer you're gonna get. I could be in a deluxe resort and the blow dryer is horrible and I do not like it. So I always bring my Shark. This guy is truly amazing. You can turn it that way and it has all kinds of different attachments. So typically I'll put my root pump on and blow dry it with my head upside down this way. And then I will take this attachment off and use the round brush. Whoops, there we go, it's locked in place. So I've got the round brush and I always bring my flat one for Annie's hair. Whenever I am drying her hair, she's got the curly hair, so sometimes she doesn't want her hair dried, she'll let it air dry. But if she wants it dried, I typically use the flat brush and it all fits in this little Shark packing cube that I have, and it has inside of it the little pockets for all of the attachments. Water bottle for Annie's hair when we need to brush it. It's a little bit easier brushing it whenever it's wet, mixed with the detangler. That has been our magic potion on getting brush through her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, while I put all of this together in their packing cubes, I do have a little story to tell you, and I'm a little bit more passionate about it this round than I have been in the past. Now, whenever I'm talking about meds and our meds packing cube, I always mention it. Well, this last trip, I actually was very, very on the cusp of the 50 pounds. And I was like, you know what? We will be fine. We don't need to bring our meds. It's like one of our shorter trips. We'll be good. This trip, ironically, Annie started to not feel well. And so I just put it in the bag, like our vitamins and necessities like that. And she did not feel well at all. But I do have to shout out the two people that really went above and beyond and helped us out. And that was our transportation. So we use Transportation by Mike. They are a private transportation system. We use them. We've used them for 2 years. If you need a savings code, I've got one for you. Definitely use them because I always love to support businesses and people and collaborations of people that are just truly good people, and they really showed up that day. So I posted on my Instagram like Annie wasn't feeling really well, and immediately they texted me and was like, hey, I have something at the front desk for you to help Annie. And they had sent her electrolytes. She was up through the night vomiting, and it was just horrible, multiple nights in a row. It was just a bad time, and Disney doesn't stop anyone from getting sick. Sometimes we do get sick and start not feeling well. Then the other one was our travel agent, Danielle, who was amazing. Texted me and said, hey, I'm getting you this. There wasn't any type of reservation of like, do you need something and I could possibly help you? She was like, nope, I'm gonna help you. This is what I'm sending you. It's gonna be at the front desk. So those two people showed up for this mom who was in a different state, didn't have her husband with us, and it really, really was extremely helpful. So if you're in the market for a travel agent, I definitely recommend Miss Danielle, and I highly suggest using Transportation by Mike and use the discount code. Tell them that I sent you and they'll get you a savings. But that leads me to my meds packing cube. So in here we have her vitamins. This is her Mary Ruth multivitamin, the probiotic. I always, except this last trip, travel with a thermometer. I'll never do the mistake again because I've been in an international trip and Tyler has fallen sick, and that's what made me buy this essentially, because he was very, very ill when we were out of the country one time. So anyway, thermometer. It's a lot easier to just have everything in your room. Of course, Disney has the shop downstairs, but it's not always open. You can always call downstairs, but it's just like an extra inconvenience. I am the type that likes to be prepared. Then I also travel with some cold and cough medicine. There's some day and some nighttime for Annie. I have some packs of the emergency, the vitamin C, to keep our immune system good and perked up. I also need to go grab my electrolytes because that's my favorite concoction. When we're at Disney World, we can get really dehydrated extremely fast, even though it's December. Where you going? Okay. What's wrong? Oh, food. Thank you, Daddy. Daddy made his quesadillas tonight. Thank you, Daddy. Even though it's December, it still gets hot. It's really easy to get dehydrated. So that is my favorite concoction, is I use the Relight. It does not have sugar in it because sugar can also dehydrate you. So it's really, really great. It's made in the USA. Fantastic. And I mix it with this and it actually tastes really good. It's like this orange flavor mixed with the coconut flavor of my electrolytes is scrumdiddlyumptious. I also have some tablets because, you know, just in cases. I travel with the Genexa brand of acetaminophen. This is also a great brand that doesn't have all the yucky ingredients in it and just has the actual acetaminophen. But this is organic blueberry flavor. And yeah, that's just what we travel with. So don't forget your meds packing cube. Don't do what I did. Just sacrifice something else. Don't sacrifice this, but also surround yourself with people that have your back like I did, and it ended up being just fine. Let's go ahead and start talking about park bag essentials. Now, when I go into the parks, I don't want to have to carry more than just the family on my back, right? We've got to grab the lightning lanes, we have to navigate through the parks. So I always go with a minimalist approach when going into the parks. So we're going to tackle the weather. I know at the very beginning, we talked a little bit about the weather. Well, we're going to talk about it again. Now, let me do a little plug-in. I know I already talked to you guys about my planning tool. While we are going through the actual packing, I have a packing checklist for you guys as well, which is free. Again, no strings attached. It is an option for you guys to download. So check the description box below, put your email in, and I will send it right back to you using that checklist in addition to all of my favorites. So let's go ahead and start out with this guy. This is a top favorite. You have this huge bag right here, and this is hanging on the back of the stroller. Now, I do get a lot of questions of when should I stop using a stroller for my children, or my children are this age and should I use a stroller? Is it weird? Is it embarrassing? No, it is not weird. It is not embarrassing. Your kids get tired and you're tired, they're tired. Let's just help them out. So get them off their feet and use the stroller for you. I love being able to put this on my stroller, and it has my phone in it. It has one of my portable fans in it. Like, everything is in an arm's reach. It has plenty of pockets. If Annie gives me something, we're just gonna throw it right in here. So we're gonna go with the easy minimalist with this guy. I also like to use my octopus stand. So with the My Disney Experience app on your phone, you can actually use that as a GPS. So let's say you have a dining reservation that you need to get to and you don't know really where it is. You might know the roundabout way. You need to get to it. put it in your My Disney Experience app, and you can push the stroller while you're kind of going through the park. In addition, I use this as a tripod stand. So I actually have it maneuvered on the stroller, set the timer, and take pictures of Annie and I all the time. So if you are not doing PhotoPass, this is only like 10 bucks, and you just stand it up, put your phone in it, put the timer on, and you can get really good pictures. Another fan, again, we're gonna go back to, it's December. Yeah, one day it might be really cold. One day it might be really, really hot. This is an amazing fan, and it's very, very strong. It feels, actually, it's kind of hot in here right now. I just turned the air on. It might be because I just keep on moving around, but this feels so good. It's got 5 different settings. It's fantastic all year round. I already showed you this one. This is Annie's little favorite one. It's got a little finger pocket right there. It's a little bit easier for her to hold on. And I have this bad boy. This one is a necessity, and I'll show you in a second why, like literally in 5 seconds. This guy will come off, so if I need to go somewhere with the fan, that can happen. So I can hold it. It actually fits in my Stony Clover jumbo bag as well. And then it snaps right back on. Now, we're trying to go with the ease, right? So one of my signature moves with the stroller is this umbrella holder. It will go right onto the stroller, holds on, holds my umbrella like so. It gets the shade out of my eyes, gets the shade off of Annie and I, and if it's going to rain, we're good. And I will pop this guy right on here, and as I'm walking through the park, I'm literally shaded, I'm literally being blown on, and it makes a huge difference with the temperatures. I tried to not set this up one day, and I was like, you know what, that's not gonna happen. We're putting the concoction right on up. If you are staying on a monorail resort, this can still stay standing up. Like, I had my umbrella closed, of course, and it's still in my stroller. I made it onto the monorail. Same with the Skyliner. You can roll right on as long as your stroller is a single. Like, it's not a double wide and it fits right on there. If you are using the bus, if you have to get to a park with the bus, I just simply untied it and just did this little guy right there and pulled the stroller on to the bus. No problem. Sometimes I'll hand it off to Annie and she can hold it, but it's really not that big of a deal because most of our stuff is attached through this, or it's underneath when I fold the stroller down. Now, I did mention the rain, and this umbrella is really, really helpful with the rain. There are very minimal times that I actually have to get my full-on poncho out. We use ponchos. I feel like they're a lot better than a rain jacket. You have to be very specific with your rain jackets because not all rain jackets are waterproof. They might be rain resistant, but not waterproof, and you can still get really, really wet. So ponchos are just a little bit more consistent for me, and our whole family has them. And I do not go to a park. It doesn't matter if rain is on the forecast or not. We're going in to the park with a stroller cover. Annie can still sit in the stroller while she's underneath it. I've had this for years, great quality. I've not had any issues, especially out of all the trips that we've gone on. It's went through it, and it's still a really, really great piece to have. I never go into a park without it. Like, it's always underneath in my little bag that I got from Disney this past summer for their Cool Kids Summer. That was a really cool promotion that they were running. So I just pop this bag right in the very bottom of my stroller, and whenever we get to a park and I need to go through security, that way I'm not pulling out a bunch of different pieces. I'm just walking through with this, and this stays attached. This helps that it's mesh. I've not had any feedback quite yet. There are some caddies that I have had on the back of my stroller that there has been some security, not many, but it has happened that they're like, I'm gonna need you to take this stroller caddy off. But they have never said anything about taking this off to me. But like I said, I think that it helps with the mesh. And then I didn't bring my side sling in here, but there's a side sling also that'll go on the side of the stroller that is really, really, really helpful to Annie. It's just an in and out type of thing. So whether you're in your kids are in diapers and wipes, and you just bring in just the small pack, like in a little packing cube, and you put it in there, you grab and go inside, and you come back out and you plop it back in there. It's a lot easier. Now that Annie's older, she'll put like her water bottles in there or her bubble wands, of course, because we always had to have one. And so it's a little bit easier for her and accessible for her to be in and out and get what she needs without me having to stop in the middle of the walkway while people are walking around. That is also a tip. If you need to stop, try to get off on the side. Anyway, it's like a little nerve pincher, but yeah, that's all the things that we're putting on our stroller. Again, it's more of a minimalist approach. Now, also don't forget your portable charger. I have two different ones. One is a magnetic and it literally just sits on the back of my phone, and then the other one plugs in. I use both of them. They're charging my phone. I'm happy. And I have no complaints about either one of them. One of them was a company that reached out to me to collaborate with, and that's how I ended up with that one. And the other one I just bought it from Amazon. So love them. Also, we are a MagicBand family. I get questions about MagicBands a lot. And I know that the tickets can be on your phone, but this is a lot easier and faster. In my personal opinion, I can get scanned into a park, scanned into a lightning lane a lot faster with my MagicBand than having to sync it up with my phone and or a card that they give you. These we've also had for years, and on these MagicBands, I have these little MagicBand protectors. So if they do come undone, it's still gonna keep these attached and it's not gonna fall off. So highly recommend having those MagicBand protectors because I've not worn one before and it popped off, and luckily I was able to find my MagicBand. So I am a lover of MagicBands. I think they're just more efficient. I think they're fun, a fun accessory for going to Disney World. And even if your kiddos don't want to wear it, I will even attach it to my fanny pack sometimes. So whenever we're going through a line or lightning lane, I just have to take my fanny pack out and I will just do this action and we'll get right into the line. So also just a little tip that whenever you're scanning into the park, you do have to use a fingerprint. So what I like to do is I like to scan, use my finger, and use my finger for Annie's. I don't let her use her finger just from an efficient standpoint. We want to get through the line because it's just inconsistent. Like your kids want to roll their fingers and their little fingers are so small while they're trying to go through the line. So that's what I like to do. Scan, finger, and then we push all the way through because there's two pedestals right next to each other all the time. You don't have to scan your finger in when you're getting into a lightning lane. Only the point of entry to the parks do you have to use your finger, and it has to be the same finger throughout your entire trip. So that's just like a side little tip. Now, before I start showing you some of my favorite Christmas things that we are bringing to make things a little bit more festive, I do want to remind you at the end of the night to charge up your MagicBand Pluses. I do have a charging block that I love, that I just have this huge charging station, typically right underneath the TV if you're staying in a Disney resort. You just plug it into the actual outlet and then it's got this big panel of USBs. So it's a USB port that your MagicBand will have to charge up to, and then all of the other stuff that we charge up. So the fans, the portable chargers, things like that. So make sure that you're charging everything up every single night. And that's why let me just get you the whole thing because it's charging my camera batteries right now, but you need to see it. Okay, so this is the USB thing. And at the end of every single night, my family knows that we are to go to the charging station. We're gonna take all of our stuff off and we're gonna charge it back up. I'm gonna strip the stroller of anything that needs to be charged. I'm gonna take all the trash out of the stroller and we're gonna just do a reset of the stroller. That way in the morning, it's one less thing that we have to worry about. And yeah, like this guy is a must have. Talking about some funsies and back to the weather at Disney. I love bringing blankets with us with every trip. We always travel with a blanket because you never know what it's going to be like on the airplane. But for Christmas and this time of year, I actually bring blankets into the park because again, once that sun goes down, it can get a little chilly. So of course, I'm bringing a Christmas blanket just in caseies, okay? And I think it's really cute and I don't want a cold baby, right? And we're gonna dress up the stroller. So this is a cute little banner that I'm gonna hang above the stroller, like right above that caddy. I have a plate for the stroller that I got. This is the second year that we're using this, and I just think it is so festive and so cute. Now, it gets better from there. I've got some Christmas lights that have little Christmas trees on them, little snowflakes and little Santas. And yes, we will be going through with our stroller lit up with some festive Christmas spirit. All right, let's go ahead and start packing up our travel day bag. This is our beautiful travel day bag. This actually fits the dimensions of a personal bag. Can you believe it or not? It's pretty big, right? But I love it. And it goes under the seat if I'm a good girl and don't stuff it full. But anyway, let's start with our emergency kit bags. Now, this is something that I put in my bag, and Annie has her own, and I put them in these little boxes, or both of us. She has a purple one. So in mine, I have some wipes. I have an additional charger. I have some socks in case it gets cold, like on our feetsies. Some extra deodorant, some travel size, because I don't want to be stinkity stankity on a plane. I don't want to be that person. More Summer Fridays. Wow, we should have a collaboration with them, because I have more where that came from. Amika and Summer Fridays. That's who I need to have a collaboration with, because I own all the products. Because we're not using my purple shampoo, Amika. So, love Amika. Summer Fridays, the jet lag to help with the mom eyes. Touchland hand sanitizer. I have some Celsius that I can mix. Oh, I got more where that came from. That I can mix with my water. Obviously, I can't get on a plane with a can of Celsius, so I just bring the packets. And in case I want some flavored water, I do have the True Lime Strawberry Lemonade that I bring along with me, in addition to some chopsticks. So this is my emergency kit. Annie's is rather similar, and we carry it with us. It's just a little bit easier to be able to grab it rather than just putting it on the side pockets of here. There's just too much going on the plane. There's too little space, and I just want to get to what I need to get to, right? Also, we'll talk about headphones. I love these headphones, and I can tell that you guys do as well, because this is one of my most sold items on Amazon. It's got noise canceling. I was actually just talking to my husband about it because he has a black pair. These are so good. He bought a new pair for his game box, or whatever those are called, his gaming systems, and he bought a new headset for that particular thing, and he was like, actually, my Sony headphones are even way better than the ones I just spent a fortune on. They have noise canceling. Sometimes I'll not even put music through here, and I'll just put the noise canceling on and take a nap while we're on the plane. They're fantastic. I also brought Annie's headphones in here as well. They are also, oh, thank you. They are also noise canceling, but they're super fun because they light up. She has not complained that they're uncomfortable. She's used these for a very long time. Do you like these, Annie? What is your favorite thing about them?
The purple.
Oh, you love the purple with them. They are very pretty. And let me see if I can turn these on. They might not be charged. We might need to go on a, yeah, there we go. So they're fun for her to use. I actually have cords too, extra cords, so she doesn't have to do the Bluetooth on the plane. One of the most important things would be my airplane pocket. This is another one of those things that makes life so easy. When we get on the plane, the tray table comes down, this guy goes on it, and then I can put really anything in it. So it holds my phone, holds my water bottle, headphones, cameras, all the things. I truly love this guy. Annie has one in her.
And also these.
Oh yeah, we've been collecting our different types of plane cards. They give them to us whenever we fly Delta, don't we?
Yep.
So yeah, this is super nice. Annie has one as well in her travel backpack. With traveling, I have to have these. So these little bands, strings, cords will go on my luggage and then attach to a second luggage and then attach to her carry-on. That way I can just have one handle and I'm pulling through with the luggage and pushing the stroller with the other. It's a lot easier to manage and maneuver through with our luggage and being so limited on hand. So these, I don't go anywhere without them. I also travel with some acetaminophen and always an extra clip for the hair. Get it out of our face. In here I also have some coloring books for Annie, but I keep them in here because her backpack is not that large, but it does hold her iPad, it holds her headphones actually, and her emergency kit, or really any other of those random toys that we keep in her toy box. So it's a good size, but it's not big enough to carry her little coloring books. And sometimes we'll bring her school work with us because we are a homeschooling family. And my MacBook will go in here, and all of my electronics and vlogging equipment that needs to go with us. But this is, oh, how did I forget the most important thing? Snack bag. Now, this is one of my, again, you all love the snack bag. This is so nice in saving money because I fill it up. We use it, yes, of course, for travel, but through the entire week, we snack out of this bag and we still have some left over. It looks kind of large, but it actually is compact and really holds a lot. So just a couple of examples of some snacks that we carry in here. The Dunkaroos, those are a thing. We've got some Ritz crackers, beef sticks, what brand is this? The Chomps brand. We have some Rice Krispie treats. Oh, some little Annie's gummies, Big Newtons, granola bars, Annie granola bars, and she got a brand new granola bar. Here we are. The Made Good birthday cake granola bar too. But this guy fits right in here. It holds so much. This bag, I really love it. Tyler got it for me for my birthday, I believe, and I don't leave the house without it. Now, when you arrive to your resort, there's a couple things that I feel are necessities. When you get to the resort and you're unpacking all of your stuff, I always love to unfold my travel hamper. That way, all the dirty clothes can go into this. And then whenever we're packing back up, it's a lot easier to put it on the side of the luggage with like the little zip thing, like the flap that comes down. And I put all of my dirty clothes in there. And then whenever I get back home, I know exactly where all my dirty laundry is. That makes life easy. The other thing that makes life easy is my portable sound machine. You know, I've stayed at almost all the resorts. We only have 2 resorts to stay at that I've never stayed at the night. I've been there, but I've never stayed the night there, and that's Contemporary and the Boardwalk. So we've almost got them all knocked off. It does not matter what resort that you are at because they all can get loud. Okay, so whether you need to sleep in the next morning, you got in from a late flight, or you stayed up all night from a party, and the next door neighbor is waking up for a rope drop and their whole family's up at 5:30 and you know about it. Well, I need to make sure that Annie is still sleeping. We need our rest, and this really does, it's like small, but it's very, very mighty, and it drowns out all the noise and all the commotion and all the excitement. Also, there's other families that are very excited to be at Disney World, and it drowns it out so you can get the rest that you need. I love this guy. Love it. Also, whenever we are unpacking, I bring my travel hangers. You never get enough hangers in the room. You just don't. I'll always put my stuff away on hangers. It's a lot easier to navigate and get your clothes ready for the day. And we are a pin trading, collecting family now as of this year. I believe we started at the beginning of this year in January, and it's been super fun. We've met some of you guys that we've been able to trade with, and some of you all have just been like, hey, I had this pin and it really made me think of Annie, and give it to her. Like, you all are just the sweetest and the kindest. Also, if you all are in the parks when we are, please let me know. I love meeting you all face to face. Like, it just really makes the connection a lot more real because there's so many of you guys that I talk with on Instagram and all the social media, and I just love being able to meet face-to-face our internet family. So if you all are there at the Disney World, let me know. But we are a pin trading family. This is our little booklet. We do not bring this into the parks, but Annie has a little pouch that she brings into the, oh, this was from one of our friends. It was right on top. This is from one of our friends that we made on our September trip when we were staying at Old Key West, and she was just the sweetest, her and her mother. And so yeah, we'll keep our little booklet with our collections in here, and then Annie has this little coin purse. It's red and white polka dot. It's probably in one of her fanny packs still, and she keeps her traders, or like her doubles and her triples, in that one. And anything that we get that we need to save, we'll bring it back and we'll file it away in this. That way Annie will never trade something that we actually need to keep or anything that I'm sentimental with. But we do love the mystery pins. So right now we are in the Stitch Snacks, or the Snack Stitch, whichever one it is. Don't even remember. And we've already completed the entire Sweet Dreams collection. So if you are in the Sweet Dreams collection, Annie has a ton of those. That was a small fortune to complete. The other thing that I always travel with is my luggage scale. I will do the Tetris mode. I'll get us to 50 pounds. And before we even leave the house, I'll know that we are good to go. So I'm not having to get to the airlines check-in to give them my luggage, and they're like, ma'am, you're 5 pounds over, you're 2 pounds over, you're gonna have to take some of that and put it in your carry-on. I don't want that kind of stress. So I always arrive knowing the weight, and I'm really, really good with getting it right on the money. And then also whenever we're flying back, whether you are shopping or you've got a few things and you've rearranged some things, this is gonna also relieve some of that stress and anxiety that you might have when flying. You'll definitely know, and it's not really expensive. I think it's like $10 or $15. I think it's definitely worth the removal of the stress and the anxiety. And honestly, it's kind of embarrassing when they're like, ma'am, you don't know how to pack. You overpacked like 10 pounds. And that's happened to me before. And then the worker was like, you know what, I have a piece of luggage over here and you can just have it for free because I feel bad for you. So that's how that worked out for me. But get you a luggage scale. I packed this up in 2 days. Honestly, that was really, really nice. Normally I'm really, really hard on myself with waiting last minute or packing way too early and then questioning myself. But I liked me being able to split this out into multiple days. I do feel really, really nice and prepared to go have a really good time at Disney World. Annie, would you like to say goodbye?
Bye.
What are you most excited about for our next trip? Expedition Everest. You're not excited about like Magic Kingdom decorated in Christmas or seeing Santa Claus at Disney World? Are we gonna go see Santa at Disney? Yeah? Are you not excited about any of that?
Yeah.
You are. You are. Do you think our friends should come along with us? Yeah? Okay. So in order for them to do that, they need to do what?
Subscribe.
They need to subscribe. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, come along with us. And we are nearing the end of the year too. So we've got so much fun planned for even next year. But we will see you at Disney World. The next one will be our travel day and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and the Jollywood Nights Christmas Party in Hollywood Studios. We will see you then. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.